we live? Let's see, are we live? See if I can refresh here and refresh here to see if things are working. Is it working? Is it working? Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to start up. Let's see what it says there. Okay, come on, do I have to tilt it? It looks like I have to tilt it. Let's see if that's possible. Nope. Okay, that was strange. Why do I... Just wait a minute, people, okay? I just have to try something. Okay, I think I have to... Yeah, it's working, but it's just the wrong way. Can I turn it around? No. Let's see if I can tilt it on my phone. No, that doesn't work. Okay. I didn't know that, people. So that's a bummer. Let's see. I just have to turn this around. It worked the last time I did this, didn't it? The right way, but now I can't make it work. So I just have to turn off the sound there too. Okay, let's just see if we can make this work another way. Technicalities, it's always fun, isn't it? Let's see if we can make this work like so. Get that in there. There we go. Okay, now I'm right side up, right? Great. Okay, let's see if I can tilt that up a little bit. There we go. Okay, now are we on? Yes. Let's see. I have my computer here also, so I can keep an eye on what's going on in the comment section. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Deb. Yes, is it good morning or is it? Yeah, it's good morning for Deb. Good morning. Yeah, South Africa. I know, Tracy. Yeah. How are things down there? I hope you're doing well. Tracy has a beautiful channel, by the way, people, if you didn't know. She does readings, card readings, so follow her. You should. She's really good. So yeah, we'll just wait a little bit to see if more people are coming in to watch the live. And can you hear me okay also? Can you hear me okay? Tracy, Deb? Sound okay? Yeah. Tennessee, Deb. Is it Deb? Is this short for Debbie or? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sound perfect. Okay, cool. Thanks, Tracy. Thank you. It's a little bit of Deborah. It's short for Deborah. Okay. Hello, Deborah. No, it's a little bit of leg because I short it. What do you call it? It lags a little bit. I think that's the right word. With the live up here because I live up in kind of in the forest, so it's we're a little bit far away from the nearest what do you call it, mast with Wi-Fi for the phones. So it's a little bit slow up here, but I hope it will work okay. So that's kind of how it is. South Africa is doing well. In the East Coast, we are deep into winter, but still warm days, but chilly nights. Ah, okay. Yeah, we got chilly nights here too, even though we are in spring. So or start the beginning of summer rather. So we have some warm afternoons, but then it gets really chilly at night. And today is raining and a little bit foggy, so it's a little bit colder today. But that's how it is in Norway, you know. Anyways, so I see that people have started to come in. That's very nice. I was happy to see somebody that had the possibility to come on live, or else they just watched the replay, which is really good. I love your video walks with your doggy. Yeah. Well, those have been put on hold for a little while because I have a brace on my leg still. After she ran into my knee, I actually hurt the inside of the knee. So it needs to be in the brace, and I need to be on crutches for a while. So that's how it is. Anyway, so let's get to what we came to talk about today. So I have been sitting in meditation, and I have been writing a lot of stuff that came up. And yeah, because the energies, at least here where I live, the energies have been insane the last couple of days. The sunstorms, you've probably seen it yourself also. The sunstorm has been really, really heavy. You know, we have this measurement thing here in Norway where it goes from 1 to 5, and it's been kind of above 5 even. So it's been jumping up really, really strong these past few days and past weeks, actually. And I know it has been predicted for some time that the sunstorms will be, you know, very strong over a long period of time. But, you know, even so, it's some days that are really, really bad. And for me, I get knocked down. I feel like really heavy in my body, and I feel nauseous, dizzy. And so I just have to lie down sometimes because it's so strong. So that has been definitely going on. I also have to say, just before I go further, that I have a little bit of a harsh voice because I'm taking some medicine that's making my voice a little bit harsh. So I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so no, when I was sitting down, and of course they were showing me the sunstorms, but of course there are other cosmic energies coming in as well at the same time. And when I asked them about these energies, they actually told me that they are healing energies. Okay, so I wanted to talk about that. So they showed me this this grid around the planet, and there's a grid around the sun. There's actually a grid around any object out in space. It is a magnetic field that every object out in space has. So what happens is that when we are bombarded with new energies, this grid kind of changes, okay? The magnetic field changes, and the blueprint, if you will, gets ignited, because every living thing in the universe has a blueprint, like we also have. We have a blueprint when we come into life. So we have dormant DNA that is not awakened yet, but it's starting to get online. So when we receive these new energies coming into our system, it's almost like parts of our innate programming comes online. And that's very much what's happening. And it's also happening with other beings like the planet and the sun and the other planets, okay? So that's happening all the time. So these new bombardments of energy is waking up something inside of us. So that's kind of what they showed me today. But what we also kind of misunderstand sometimes is that when these very high frequent energies come towards us, it feels so heavy on the body. So we start questioning if this is good for us, or we start questioning what it is. What are these energies, and what are these energies doing to me? And how am I supposed to navigate these energies? So what they showed me then is when these energies come in, sometimes it might feel like it's pressure on top of the head, or pressure coming towards your body. What it is that it's energies trying to get in, okay? They want to come in to fill you up, to heal you. So what you have to do is kind of give yourself over to it, allow it to come in, and allow your energy field to kind of implode a little bit, because that's kind of what it's feeling like sometimes, that it implodes. And for a little short period of time, it might feel very uncomfortable. But if you can get past that, if you can just breathe through that and allow that energy in, after a while, the feeling of discomfort will disappear, and then it will start feeling comfortable and beautiful and healing. But you kind of have to get through that period of where it feels like I'm imploding. It's too much, okay? Because it can feel very strong on the body. So that's what they showed me. But they wanted to ensure you that you are protected, and it's all from love, okay? It's just the energy of healing and love that wants to come into your physical form. So what also happens when we are receiving these energies is that different aspects of you will come forward. It all depends on what aspect of you is in need of healing, okay? So the aspect of you that's in need of healing is the one that will come to the forefront, and that's the one we will feel. So it might be an aspect of you that is experiencing trauma. It might be an aspect of you from when you were a child. It might be your 5-year-old. It might be your teenager coming forward in need of healing. And that's because there are some trauma that is stuck in that age that is in need of being released. And that's why that aspect of you will come forward to be healed. Okay, so you have to allow that to come forward and give from your soul space, from your higher self, give that child or teenager love and allow that energy to come into that aspect. And so that aspect will then let go. Okay, so they showed me that it was important for us at this time and age to allow all of that to happen. Okay, so that was kind of the first thing they showed me after the sunstorms today. And they said that they showed me protection, and they showed me that the one source, which is God or the field or whatever you want to call it, is actually what is coming in, or the Christ consciousness is what's coming in. It is the I am presence that's coming in. That it's so high frequent, the energies now. And for those of you who have been working on your path for a while, you have come to the point now where the energy is so high vibrant that it feels overwhelming for the physical form. Okay, but they are ensuring me that it all comes from love. It comes from the one source and energy, which is the one true love and the I am presence. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so they also talked about what was going on physically on the planet right now. They showed me the forest fires on the northern parts of the American continent, especially Canada, I believe, is having them now. They also showed me of course, wars down in for you it's the other way around, down in the Middle East, of course. And then they showed me that all of this is kind of the battle of the egos, okay? Because what I refer to as the slow vibrational energies on this planet, or some people call it darker energies, are actually the ego energy, okay? It is that aspect of us that is wanting us to fail, or kind of wanting to gain control over us, or giving us messages, telling us things that are not true. Some people will call it the dark side. Some people will call it the devil. Some people will call it demons. I just call it as it is, as it has been shown to me. It is just low vibrational energy, okay? But the low vibrational energy in our physical form is called the ego, okay? So all of this wars happening, all of this duality, all of these pointing fingers, blame gaming, all of that, that's part of the ego energy, okay? So that's kind of what's playing out its role. Because before we came here, we all decided on a different play that we were going to play a role in, okay? We kind of said that I want to come into this time frame, because in this time frame we are going to experience an awakening, so I want to be a part of that. So we came down to this time frame. You might have been in different time frames, or are in different time frames at the same time, because time doesn't exist. So you might also have a life previous on this timeline or in the future timeline on this planet as well, or on other planets. But well, let's talk about the time frame we are in right now on this planet. So the time frame that we are in now are experiencing wars because it was a part of the play that needed to be played out in order for the energies to shift on the planet. So these wars are kind of the old masculine energy showing itself to be released and healed. So that's kind of what they showed me. I have been talking about this before, if you have seen previous videos. So yeah, so it's kind of the same process still happening, but now it's kind of showing up as war. Okay. So ego versus ego equals war is what they kind of told me today. Yeah, I chose this. Yeah, I've talked about that. Yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you. So what they also showed me was this time and age, there is a plan, of course, predicted or decided before the planet even started up in this timeline, I must say, because the Earth have had several timelines or several time intervals, if you will. And in this time interval, it has been decided that the planet is going to awaken. It's going to shift the energies. So in order for that to happen, the old masculine energy needs to go. And in order for the old masculine energy to kind of be rid of this planet, it needs to be felt through the same way like we feel through our trauma. So it needs to come up. And in order for it to come up, it has to be felt through something. And that is the ego energy, the wars, and those kind of things that we're seeing. And it was also predicted in many different religions. I mean, many different scriptures have been writing about these things. And if you have heard about the Torah and the predictions that the Torah can make, it can predict into detail exactly what's going to happen on what dates. But I'm not an expert on that. I know Greg Braden has made several videos about that. So I encourage you to look that up and see one of those videos because that's very interesting. So parts of the plan has already been made and we're kind of just living it. We do have free will and we can make other choices, but we can also jump timelines into a different story, but that's individual. This timeline that we are on now and this earth that we are living on right now has a plan and it just needs to be lived out. Okay, so that was that. Then they showed me the seeding of the planet because this planet was seeded by other star beings and we were mixed together with beings that was already here, and then they put some of their DNA and then they kind of made us almost in a petri dish, but they made us. Okay. But we are not the only ones they have done this to. There are other planets where this has happened. And so people or human beings almost exist also on other planets, but they're not exactly like us because they have made certain differences on each planet. So they showed me this today that yes, we are waking up to the fact that there are star beings. We are waking up to the fact that we may have been seeded by them and that partially their DNA is within the human race. But what we are not maybe talking so much about is the fact that there are other planets going through the same. Now that was quite interesting for me to be shown today because they haven't shown that to me before. So they showed me multiple planets in different, in our galaxy, but also different galaxies that are going through almost the same as we are. So we are not unique in that way. We are, of course, unique because no other planet is exactly like ours and not human beings are exactly like us. But we are not unique in the fact that we have been seeded and that they are kind of following up on how we are doing. And that's why they're visiting and that's why they are helping us in changing the energies on this planet, whether you want to believe that or not. So that was also something they showed me today. So that's, I just have to cross off what I have talked about. Yeah, that is yeah. Yeah, okay. And then the last thing they showed me today before this live was they reminded me of a scripture that has been used in many different religions, and it's the words "love thyself." But by that they meant um, we are two aspects living here at once. You know, we are the aspect of the human being with thoughts, with the human being's emotions, the 3D aspect, and then we are the 5D aspects, which is our higher self, our soul, our light being, right? So what they say with love thyself is, of course, for the human to learn to love itself, but also from the higher self, there's always love for the human counterpart, always. And we as the human counterpart seem to forget that. So that was just a reminder that our higher self loves us unconditionally. God loves us unconditionally and will want to send love and healing to every cell and fiber of our being. So all we have to do is allow it in and receive. So that was just a reminder at the end of their communication today. So when that's done, then I go into questions from you guys, or we look at messages that Spirit might have to tell us on the live today. So first of all, do you have any questions either to what I've been talking about or any questions in general that you would like me to address or ask the source about, or angels or whomever? Yeah, so much pressure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good to see. But are there any questions? So please type any questions you might have so I can address that. I also have some cards here today if any of you wanted me to pull cards, but we can do questions first and then I can pull cards for you after. No questions today? What? I have three different decks that I can choose from today. It's the Enchanted Map Oracle. What parts of our egos are needing to be released? That is individual, okay? But if you were talking about the planet's kind of ego, that part is the what I would call the old masculine energy, and by that I mean that and that controlling energy, the energy that wants to keep us in the you know, this is what you have learned, this is what you learned in school, this is what you have been told to believe in, you know, that the society is kind of controlling us by putting us into certain boxes saying this is what you should believe in. Like media has all the control, right? Because whatever they put out is what you're supposed to believe in. This is what they give us to know, instead of us searching for, or many people, not us maybe, but many people don't even search for other kinds of truth. They believe what they see in the news and that's it. So we have been controlled in many ways, and that kind of old, what I call the old masculine energy, because it has been very much a man's world up until now, or up until recently, it needs to be dissolved and go, because we need more of that motherly love, that feminine, soothing kind of mothering love into our planet. And that's why I talk about the old masculine. But it's also individual, and you have to feel into what it is within you that is in need of healing. and then you receive that energy into that space and allow it to come up if it's ready. You might have to do it more than once though. So how about a general reading? Hi there, kitty. I have a little cat that wants to come up too. Go come up there. Ja, kan du komme op? Ja, kom da. Ja, kom da. Ja, kom du. Kan du komme op? Yeah. I have a cat that's been, she is just so wanting to be loved right now. Kan du komme op? Kom ned, Bruce. Ja, kom ned. Ja, kom ned. Kan du komme her? Ja, kan du komme her? Ja, vær så god. She's been so weird. I think she's feeling the energies too, because she's just wanting to sit physically on me all the time nowadays. It's really strange. You do bara kos. Yeah. I have a half Norwegian forest cat, and yeah, du kan komme. Ja, kan du komme? She's half Norwegian forest cat and half house cat. So this is her. Hey, kitty. A general reading. Your kid is reflecting what we need. Yeah. I have a question about how you do readings. Yeah, if you could talk about that. Yeah. We definitely need more nurturing feminine input into our planet. Yes, we do. Okay, so how about a general reading? I can do a general reading, and how I do readings. Okay. Yeah, it depends on what kind of reading, you know. I do many kinds of readings. So, but if you're talking about a psychic reading, what I do then is that I meditate first, and then I kind of project my energy. I send my energy out to the person who is getting the reading, so that my energy field connects to the energy field of the other person. And then I just trust what I get. That's very basically what I do. When it comes to mediumship readings, I push my energy out to the sides, and I always get the deceased loved ones in on my left. Many other people get them from the right. Some people can see them on the back side, standing in front or by the person getting the reading. So that's very different from medium to medium. And then I just kind of feel the energies come, and I invite them to come closer to me, and then I just convey what I get. So that's the way I do mediumship readings. When it comes to licking me. When it comes to channeling, I push my energies also out, but mostly to the right, because they come into from the right for me, and I invite them to come close so I can feel their energies on my physical form or next to me. And then again, I just convey what I get. You have to start trusting what you see and what you smell and what you hear and what you sense. So you kind of have to work on your clairs, your clairsentience, your claircognizance, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience. That is a muscle that kind of has to be trained. Okay, so that's kind of what I do, Nina. Yeah, so it's not going to be very easy for me to do a reading when you're sitting here, but I'll try. Okay, so what I want to do first is, I think I want to do the angels and ancestors. I'm just going to pull a card from that, just to get a general idea as to where they want me to go. Okay, where do you want me to go, Spirit? Where do you want me to go? Oh yeah, okay. That's interesting. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is for everybody watching, they say. You see that one? She-wolf. Unleash the wild within. So this card for me is about stepping it up, as I have been talking about for some time. Stepping it up to, for each and every one of us to participate in the wake up of the planet, participate in sharing the knowledge, participate in helping others wake up. Okay, don't be afraid to show your true colors when it comes to your psychic or mediumship gifts. If you have been contemplating starting doing readings or starting to talk more about what you believe in, those kind of things, the time is now, because we need all hands on deck, is what they're saying regarding that. They also wanted to emphasize the healing. Yeah, okay, I get it. Thank you. Okay, so what they're saying, yeah, okay. So what they're saying is that as soon as you get into the field where you start working, you get into the field of either working with healing or doing a psychic reading or a mediumship reading, or you kind of step into the field, which is all energy, light energy, you automatically also get healing for yourself. So the more you can work with the spiritual field, with healing or with doing readings or working with crystals or whatever it is that is within that field, or working with nature, you would automatically also receive healing, is what they're saying. So the way we work now, I mean, in the old days when we were working as mediums and healers, it was very much energy healing. It was very much giving out our own energy to others. We don't work that way anymore. Now we work more with what is called frequency healing. So then it doesn't have to go through us. We are just there to enhance the energy. And that's the same way when we are working with mediumship or channeling or psychic medium, or working as a psychic, is that we are tapping now into an energy field on a more frequency level. Everything that exists in the universe is frequency, vibrating. It's energy vibrating on a frequency that has a frequency signature or energy signature. And so everything that exists is energy and intention. And I say intention because you can say that it is consciousness, but consciousness is actually just something that exists, that is an I am presence. But when you put intention into it, it becomes something, or it goes somewhere, right? So that's why I say that everything that exists is energy and intention. So the more we can work within that field, the more we will receive into us, is what they said. So that's important. Yeah. Thank you. That's lovely. So that was one message, at least. I want to also draw from the Golden Future Oracle. Let's see what that deck has to tell us. I haven't used that one so much. It's difficult to open up. You're not taking this easy, kitty. Huh? Her name is Molly, by the way. Molly came to me. That's a story in itself. She came to me 11 years ago, 2 weeks before I had my first severe panic attack. She was a rescue cat. So somebody contacted me and asked if I could take her because we live on a farm. And I said yes. I'd never had a cat before. And whenever I had a panic attack, she sensed it before it happened. And she jumped up on my lap. And she just lied there and kind of was with me through feeling it through. So she's been a healing cat for me, most definitely. Okay, let's see what we get here. What do you know? You can't make this up. They talk about healing again, health and healing. Tune into your divine blueprint. What was I talking about earlier? I was just talking about the blueprint, right? I'm getting chills all over now. That the blueprint is being activated. Our DNA is being activated. And the more we work with this field, the more healing we get. I just said that. Health and healing. Tune into your divine blueprint. So that's what they're asking us to do. It's important now. The planet needs it. The planet needs us, right? So that's kind of what they're asking of us. Also going to pull one card from this. The Enchanted Map Oracle cards. It's so fun when the cards kind of give us confirmation. That's also how I work. That I first tune in and use my senses, my clears, and then I get confirmation through the cards afterwards. So let's see what the enchanted map has to say. Flying. Okay. Flying. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I'm getting two things that I have to talk about. One thing is the elevation that's kind of happening with us, and that we are kind of soaring now. There has been an upgrade on the energy of the planet, and also within us, that's making everything lighter. And also I'm seeing more and more people working with levitation. So you might want to try that. That's very fun. Just start with a feather and kind of see if you can lift it with your energy field, kind of with your hand, or you can hold your hands on the side and imagine energy coming underneath the feather to lift it. So that's one thing. So it's a levitation of our energies. We're getting lighter. Everything is changing vibration into a higher frequency. So that was also. But what they also showed me was the airplane accidents that's happening. So they're just, okay. I don't know if anybody knows anybody who has been affected by these airplane accidents, or if any of you previously have been affected by something with an airplane. But what they showed me is that before the airplane crash, let's take the airplane crash in India, before it hit the ground, the people that was meant to move on, they get lifted out before the crash. Okay, so I see the airplane going, and as soon as it started going down, they went up. Okay, except the one man that survived. He was with it the whole way, but he was held in a light bubble, and he wasn't aware of the devastation in that sense, because he was held and he was meant to survive it. So that's why he was held, and the other ones were lifted before they hit the ground. And that is in every accident that happens, every severe physical thing that happens. We as the consciousness gets lifted out of the body before the impact. Okay. So many people, I don't know if you've seen many of these videos regarding NDEs, near-death experiences. They all actually confirm the same thing, that before the accident or before the hurt, they saw light and they went, right? So it was kind of a confirmation for us, really feeling sorry and sadness for this airplane accident, that they were lifted out and they didn't feel the pain and the agony. Okay, so it's very nice for spirit to remind us of that, and so that we don't fear death. So yeah. So the healing card, did that come from Diana Cooper's deck? Yeah, isn't that Diana Cooper? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It was the Golden Future Diana Cooper. Yeah, that's true, Tracy. There it was. Okay, I want to also actually do some tarot cards in the end, because I had put out that deck as well. Don't push down the cards, kitty. She's wagging her tail. Don't push them down. Okay, let's see. How long have we been going on? I keep forgetting time here. Oh, almost 40 minutes. It's getting long. Okay, let's see. What is it? Oh, no, not that one. It was almost a jumper here. What is it that we're trying to... Oh, there it came. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now that stands for sleepless nights, anxiety, worry. So I don't know if any of you have been feeling that way lately. If you're worrying about something or having trouble sleeping. What else? I want one more card. Thank you. Okay. Some of you might have been scared for a authority figure. It can be authority as in government, or it can be authority as in a person or a boss. So I don't know if some of you have been feeling that lately. If that's you, then there's a message here for you. Is that one? No. Okay. Okay, what's the message, Spirit? What's the message? That was one that... Okay, somebody has been in a tug of war with somebody, or there has been a dispute, but it's over now. This card is, you know, if you have the Five of Wands, there is a struggle that's still going on. If you have the Five of Swords, as you can see, the struggle is over. Somebody got hurt and somebody walked away as a winner, and somebody walked away as kind of the loser, if you will. But the war is over, but it has been harsh. So what's going on here? Okay. So this card trumps it all. It's okay. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, so the Sun card tells me that everything is going to be okay. Okay, so that's the main message with the Sun card. But they were also showing me... Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay, I got it. So if this was a person, for some of you, for whomever felt this message, they will never change. Okay, that person will not change, and so that's why this card came after the Emperor card, to show that it's just going to happen. So don't try and reason with that person. Don't try and talk to that person, and it's not really going to work. So the only way that you can win in this situation is not to play. Okay, so that was a message for somebody, either somebody here on the live or somebody watching later. So that was a reading. But on a general level, this is also how many of us are feeling right now. We're feeling a little bit lost. There are so many things going on in the world. There's fires, there's wars, there's this plane crashes, there's this anger energy, a lot of anger energy happening, and a lot of trying to control. I want to have control. I want to be the one to make the decisions. You know, people are very and judgmental, you know, the dualism also happening. And that will, of course, end up in wars. It will end up in quarrels. But again, as they say, the only way we can win is to step back, step into the energy of love, step into the energy of our true selves, which is the higher self, and you know, the oneness with God, and just let it go. Because as soon as you get into the argument, you put your energy into an energy that is a war energy. You don't want to do that. The only way we can win is by sending love to the situation and not participate. Okay, and that's when this appears. That's when we can release it and let go. Okay, so I hope that helped. It resonates, Nina? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, those poor souls. Yeah. Exactly. And they have been, yeah. And I watched also this, there are several captains, airplane, you know, pilots and captains and people within military, and they have made videos about and tried to find out what exactly happened on that Indian aircraft. And so if we can take something from it, at least they will learn something. You know, there is something that has been happening with both engines, apparently, has lost power at once, and that is very, very rare. My boyfriend, fiance, he is, you know, he was a crew chief in the U.S. Air Force on the C-5 Galaxy, the largest airplane in the U.S. Air Force, and he has worked as a flight mechanic on airplanes for 20 years or something, and he said that both engines stop at the same time is extremely rare. So there is something that has happened here that we're going to learn something from, so that we can keep other airplanes safe in the future. So we kind of have to look at it from that way, and of course send love to those who perished and their families. That's all we can do. And that goes for any situation, you know, and to the wars as well. I talked about it also in the last energy update or current energy video, that as soon as we send hatred or discontent or pointing fingers at people who are doing war, or people within politics we don't like, or our adversaries, in different situations, we are just fueling onto that energy. We don't want to do that. So what we can do is send love instead. Send love to the people who are doing it, because that will help infuse them with love and maybe change their behavior. And we send love, of course, to all the victims as well of the wars, of everything that's happening. But try and step away from blame game and pointing fingers and the hatred. Then we get into the kind of ego energy, like I talked about in the beginning, and we don't want to do that. We want to get into the soul energy. We want to get into the Christ consciousness, to the love of the universe energy, and to make that enhanced. Because when we send our focus and intention to that, then that will grow, right? So that's kind of the main message also for today, I think. Any other questions before we close down this live today? Or any other things that you guys want to share with each other? Makes sense to send and hold love. Yeah, it does. I mean, that's the only thing we can do to enhance the love energy on the planet, is to send love to everything, anybody. So when you do your meditations and you sit and you receive healing and you get filled up, see if you can also kind of send that out to everybody else. So you get filled up so strongly that it kind of goes out to everybody else as well. Yeah. And we have access to that whenever we want to, is what they say also. They're always here. They always want to give us love and healing. All we have to do is allow. So if we just set aside our ego, who's doubting it, and just allow it in to receive, we will receive. So you have to just trust that you are being loved, trust that you're being held, trust that your team is here, God is here, whomever it is that you believe in as your go-to spiritual being, Yeah, joining together around the world, sending love together. Yes, beautiful, Deb. Beautiful, yeah. So that's what we need to do, all of us. And remember also what they said about stepping up and sharing your gifts and daring to take that step to start sharing your spiritual gifts as well, because we need all hands on deck. Okay? So see if you can do that. And if you need help, then send me a message under one of my videos and I'll try and make more videos about, like Nina asked earlier, how do you do readings? I have made several videos about it. I do believe that there's a playlist that is called Spiritual Gifts, Your Spiritual Gifts. So if you go onto my channel, you'll find that, and I've made videos about how you can enhance your psychic gifts, medium gifts, channeling gifts, healing gifts, and so on. So that can help you. And there's also one playlist that is meditation. I'm going to make some more meditations also in the future, so that you can have several to choose from that you can use. And one of them, I believe, is also filling up with healing energy. So yeah, so use them. They're already out there. So yeah, and I will try from now on to do a live once a month. Okay, so that we can talk about current energies, and I will put it out like I did one day before, and you can of course write stuff under there if you have questions, or if there's something you would like me to address during the live, and then we can, we meet each other also here, or you guys meet each other, so you can get to know each other. Any resources you share in healing is appreciated. Yeah, and I think I'm going to make a healing meditation, just purely healing meditation as well. I have that on my list. So yes, okay, beautiful. I will do that. Yeah, I will do that then. I will prioritize that. And then I will try, I don't know if it's going to be the first Sunday each month or something that I do a live. I'll see how I can make that. I will try and make it once a month at least, but I will give you a heads up at least a day before. and we can meet up like this. Okay. I still go back to older ones you've done years ago. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, because it's already done. So use the videos that's already there. I have made lots of videos about lots of different things. So if it can help you, I'm very happy. So I'll do that. Yay. Thank you, Deborah. That's nice. Okay, people, I think I have to close it down. I'm going to get my daughter home soon. She has been playing handball matches today with her, and her father is with her. So they're going to get home soon. So I have to start to make some dinner. And my fiance has a birthday today. So I'm going to have to make something nice. So that was that for today, people. I hope this gave you something. Thank you so much for showing up on the live. And for those of you watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, all you have to do is give it a thumbs up, and that's it. Or send me a message and say what you think of this video or live share. And that will help my channel grow. Or share it if you feel like anybody you know might benefit from the work I do. Okay? Thank you so much. Wishing you a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Till the next time I see you. Bye.